Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing this look with the brand new Gourmande Girls Cosmetics and Siria Soto Warriors Wear Pink palette. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey everybody, I'm so excited because today is a special day. I am doing a look with the Warriors Wear Pink palette, and this palette should be out on Monday, June the 19th. I will double check, and if I gave the wrong date, I will put that in the description box below. But this is such a beautiful palette. I'm not going to talk too much because I want to do a look, and I am planning on doing a 3 looks 1 palette video with it soon. And because this is a breast cancer awareness and made for people that are fighting breast cancer who may have won or lost the battle with breast cancer, I wanted to try to do a look where I did something more along the lines of paying my respects to people that are going through this battle. I recently lost my grandmother to lung cancer, and I know that's different, but cancer is just the absolute worst, and it's so heartbreaking that there are people that are going through it. And I don't want to get too emotional and talk too much. I just want to jump right in, and this palette is beautiful. I will have swatches in the 3 looks 1 palette video, but just look at how beautiful. I love it so much already. I'm going to start out with the Makeup Shack T14 brush. Now, my lid is primed with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in Fair. And the T14 brush is like a kind of smaller, fluffy brush. I'm going to go into the shade Peace to start out with because it is so beautiful. And I'm going to use that kind of as my transition shade before I add darkness to create depth. So what I'm going to do is start on this outer corner of my eye. I'm just going to start to pat the shade down. It's very pigmented and very beautiful. So I am just patting this into like a C shape. It's so beautiful, and look at that pigment. Now I'm just doing little pats because I want a more rounded spotlight eye. I don't know why I decided that a spotlight eye was going to be what I did, but it seemed like it was calling my name. And I apologize for all the voiceovers lately. I know that one I filmed yesterday that'll be up in a couple weeks. That one was a graphic liner look that I'm really nervous about, but it was a lot of fun. I know that I usually do more eyeshadow looks on my channel, but I just haven't quite felt myself and kind of been down, so that's kind of why I felt like voiceovers were a little bit easier. But yeah, so now I'm going to take the same shade and I'm going to put it in the crease towards the inner corner of my eye and start to blend it back and forth. I'm so very grateful to have received this palette. She sent it to me in PR, and I think it's so beautiful. I really don't have any words to explain it. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I remember when I was younger, my Grammy would always find cute like breast cancer awareness necklaces and stuff, and like through fundraisers and stuff like that, and she would get them for me. And I probably still have them put up somewhere, because normally whenever she would buy me something, like when I always just would put everything in a special place if I wasn't going to wear it that day. That way I could keep up with it. So, and when I had a job before where we did a lot of things for breast cancer awareness, like through our, I I'm trying to think of how to explain it. We would just kind of do fundraisers and stuff like that, but it was also to like bring awareness to our clients and stuff like that. So we would do, we would wear pink on Friday, every Friday, and we would dress up on like the last day of the month that we would be at work and have fun with it and have like cute pink tutus and wear like just extravagant things to kind of make it fun to help raise awareness and to kind of teach about it. So like just this palette being for breast cancer awareness really is special. And I'm not so great with words, and I'm trying to open up without like saying too much, because there's like I don't talk about jobs like that I've had before, because I just don't. But anyway, I'm being awkward, I'm sorry. Now that I've got this worked into the crease, I'm just going to take it about halfway, because I want that center bit to be blank. And I'm going to take piece onto the lid just a little bit. I'm just going to pat that on. So I'm cleaning that brush off, and I'm going to take the shade Brave, which is this gorgeous light purple, like pastel lavender, and I'm going to blend out a piece with Brave. And the little details in the palette are just so beautiful, so cute. I love the hearts, the ribbons, the logo. It's just all so beautiful. So I'm doing back and forth windshield wiping motions with the lightest amount of pressure. And you will lose a little bit of Brave, but you will lose a little bit of piece, but that's okay, because I'm going to go in and touch that up once I get the shape built up. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to kind of pat it down and do little blending motions. So I found Gourmande Girls not long after I lost Shed Mark. I know that it had to have been a couple of days after, because I remember I was in bed and it was afternoon and I was just kind of in there with the space documentary on, because I really just left that on to kind of have something in the background and try not to think much. But I got on Instagram to check in with my friends, because they were checking on me and everything, and I was just kind of scrolling, you know, as one does, and I saw the Spooked palette, and I found Gourmande Girls, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that palette. That's so pretty. But I wasn't really feeling like super creative. I was just really sad, but I was like, okay, I need to follow, and I need to like keep up for like when I feel creative. I think I want to buy the palette. And a couple of days went by. I'm going to touch up piece real quick just to make sure that it's nice and brought back and just blended to perfection. But I remember my husband and I were going somewhere I think to go get something to eat, and I decided, hold on, I want to make a purchase. I feel like I need the serotonin of making a purchase, you know, and I decided I was going to order the Spooked palette. And when it come in, oh my goodness, I was obsessed. I still love the Spooked palette so much. So that was my first purchase. And I'm also touching up piece on this inner corner near the bridge of my nose. And after I ordered the Spooked palette, I want to say back in December, I had gotten sick. And so back in December, I had decided, you know what, I love the Spooked palette a lot. So like, what am I going to order now? And I had a kidney infection, and I was like, could not get out of bed, not feeling very well, and was like, I'm gonna make a purchase. So I got the Galactic Gourmande palette, which is absolutely beautiful. I noticed the little Saturn was on the packaging, and I was like, that's going in the bag. And then I ordered that Time of the Year palette because it was close to Christmas, and I was like, oh, that's so cute, like Christmas joy, like this will be fun. And I just was so happy with that order. Like, everything that I have tried from Gourmande Girls has been top notch, amazing, and I love it. They have amazing products, and the brand owner, she's amazing. She's sweet, beautiful inside and out. Anytime I get a chance that we kind of like talk back and forth, it always just makes my day, and I just feel like we've been friends forever, even though we just started talking. And I adore her so much. Just such a kind and beautiful human. Very, very, very thankful to have found Gourmande Girls, because beautiful products and just all the good vibes. I'm going to take this Makeup Shack T63 brush in a little bit of Hope, which is this super, super light shade right here, which is awesome for blending out all your shades to make a more seamless airbrushed blend. I'm so sorry I'm being so awkward right now. I feel like I have not really talked to film a video in a month of Sundays. So I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm just going to take this and go back and forth. Light pressure. And if you see me like rubbing on my face, Artie has long cat fur. Well, I say long, it's longer than my other cat's fur, and I have just been giving him all the kisses today. I had to keep him separated from the other cats, because the day after I got him into the vet's office, and he had, and I'm not going to say this right, I've been butchering the name of the parasites that he had since they told me what it was. It's like coccidius or something like that. And so I definitely wanted to keep him away from everybody, because I didn't want the other cats to get it. And I took him yesterday. I didn't take him. I took stool samples to the vet's office, and they called me back and let me know that he was good to go. There was no more parasites. He's a free boy. So he has been just running all over the place. It has been the funniest and cutest thing. And his long fur and him shedding it, I've been picking up and giving him stickers, and it's just like I have long pieces of fur all over my face, and I'm not complaining. I'm just so happy that he gets to be with the other cats. That makes me so happy. So this is the Makeup Shack T14 brush again. I'm going to go into Darkness, which is the beautiful black shade, and I'm going to add a little bit of dimension, a little bit of smoke, and I tried something different with this, really. I'm going to take this to start out with, though, and just pat it on this outer corner and blend it with Peace. But I'm not going to take it all the way onto the lid like I normally would. And look how amazing these just blend together when you're just pushing them. Well, I say pushing. When you're just patting them in, they just blend so effortlessly. Now, I am going to go back and forth just a little bit right here. Very, very, very light pressure. I'm going to take it about 1/4 of the way. I really feel like I should have just done like all pink, but my eyes were instantly drawn to the purple, and I was like, oh my gosh, Julie, you always use purple. So I'm taking Darkness on this inner corner of my lid, about the inner third, and I'm gonna just blend it with Peace. Oh my goodness, did you hear the birds? It's been storming for days, and it just got sunny for a little bit and then started storming again, and now the sun's out and there's birds, and that makes me happy. I love hearing the birds. They make me think of Shemwark. His favorite thing to watch on TV, aside from Twitch, was the birds on YouTube. Burger King was his favorite channel. He knew the ads because it was like the same ads would play just about every time. And for a little while after he was gone, I didn't hear birds until one day, about a week or two later, I heard a lot of birds, and it just kind of made me feel like, oh, Shem's here. So I'm just patting this, and I'm going to take into the crease about halfway, but I'm not going to take it onto the lid that much. Just how I have it, about a third of the way onto the lid is how I'm going to keep that for now. So I'm going to clean that brush off, and I'm going to take this beautiful pink right here, Siria, and I am going to blend that onto the lid. I'm actually going to use that to kind of like diffuse darkness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat it along the edge and just kind of drag it over very gently. But look at how beautifully it blends. It's seriously so magical. I'm going to leave the center of my lid blank. I'm just going to pat that. I will go back in and touch up darkness in just a minute. This is such a beautiful shade. So I'm just going to leave the center bit right here, just how it is. And I'm just going to blend Siria with darkness. I'm going to go back in and touch up darkness in just a second. But I'm just going to blend these shades together. So now I'm going to take darkness and I'm just going to pat it along the edge here to make sure it's nice and blended together. So about like this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm cleaning this brush off. I really need to clean my brushes and my little sponge thing that helps me to clean them off between uses. It's just a daunting thought to me. I'm going to touch piece up real quick. But clean brushes are happy brushes. And I really think about that. I'm like, oh, I need to wash my face brushes. That way I can help try to have my face clear up again, because it's starting to kind of break out. Stress, lots of junk food, and no sleep, and dirty brushes. But that is okay. I completely forgot what I was saying because my camera cut off, and I apologize. But I probably really wasn't talking about much anything. I'm going to take Brave with the Makeup Shack T63 brush, and I'm just going to bring it back a little bit because I did lose a little. I really do want to thank Christina, though, for being so kind and uplifting all the time. And if you're watching this, I really appreciate you watching my videos. Like, when you say that you're going to watch them, I'm always just, like, want to cry the happiest of tears because I'm not used to, like, I don't know, I just feel like that's special. To me, and I don't know, like, just knowing that there are people that are interested in watching me and my videos really, like, means the world to me, because I really just, growing up, didn't have a whole lot of friends, and, like, it's just, I don't know, it really just means so much to me. So thank you, Christina, and thank you for sending this palette. I love it. I'm so excited to do the 3 looks one palette video. But, look at how pretty. Okay, so far I've used Peace, Darkness, Brave, and Hope. And I am going to dip into some of these beautiful shimmers. Now, I am so ready to put this gorgeous teal blue green that shall we swatch? Because and the texture of all of the Gourmande Girls Cosmetics shimmers are like butter. I cannot, like, if I take them out and look at them, I have to touch them. But I have it, and oh wow, that is so pretty. The reflex. Okay. Look, I know I just said on my Instagram story that I don't normally do 2 looks in one day unless I have insomnia, but like, I'm ready to do more looks with this already. I love it. Okay, I'm fangirling because this is beautiful and I am obsessed. Okay, so I'm going to take the Cliona DF04 brush. I'm going to make sure that I have everything even. Okay, look, I messed up. Got ahead of myself. I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T14 brush in a little bit more piece. And I'm really just going to focus that towards darkness. But I'm going to gently take that brush out with a little bit of the product. And just get it to be blended more evenly with Brave. I really do apologize for being all over the place today. When I don't film for a while, a week or so consecutively, I feel so like I'm doing it all over again. It's very odd. And I'm really trying to get back into the swing of things. So I also appreciate everyone for bearing with me. I know I haven't been replying to comments as fast as I normally do, and I've tried to kind of let everybody know what's going on, so I appreciate all of your kind words and for bearing with me. Okay, looky there. That's so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to take that Cleona DF04 brush, and I'm going to take Dreams. This is another reason why I put the beautiful pink shade down, because I'm going to put this over top. Well, yeah, pretty much over top, but it still like peeks through, and when it gets over darkness, like you can see a shift in it, and it's so pretty. So, taking this shade, and I'm just going to blend it. Can you see the reflex already when it gets onto darkness? And I'm gonna blend it over and over top. Spotlight eyes are really so much fun. I love them. I feel like they just, I don't know. I feel like I don't do enough of them because I have a lot of fun doing them. And like, I love to do looks that are fun to me. But I also like to do ones that aggravate me and I get frustrated with, because that, to me, makes me feel like I'm learning or having to teach myself patience, because I am pretty impatient sometimes. And I've tried to make that my goal, to like work on being a more patient person. I'm really just impatient with myself. I get so aggravated with myself sometimes, but I'm trying to learn how to get better about that. So I'm going to work this onto darkness, and I will tap a little bit more of darkness over top just to make sure it's nice and blended. So even if I take it out a little farther, it'll be okay, because I'm just going to tap a little bit of darkness along the edges of this shade. Look it. I love it. I love it so much. Much. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. And just do like swiping motions. Like kind of back and forth, just swiping the shade on. Looky there. And I like to use like a more vivid and brighter or darker shimmers before I place the lightest one in the center, so it just kind of looks like it's giving a little hug, which I always say that whenever I do halo eyes, is I want to have those colors looking like they're giving like my eye a nice little hug. I'm all about some hugs. So I'm going to take the same brush and the shade Tears, which, let me show you Tears. It's so gorgeous. It's iridescent. And I'm sorry I did this eye off camera. I was just really excited to play because this came in yesterday and I didn't get the mail until later, so I didn't have a chance to do anything, and I just was wanting to brainstorm a look idea. Okay, so here we go. I was like, oh, that's like a beautiful like iridescent shade, and it is, but it even has like pink, like a pink shift to it. So I'm going to take my finger now and just kind of right down the center and kind of tap it on the brow bone area. And just bring it down. It's such a pretty shade. This is a really gorgeous and unique shade because it kind of looks It kind of looks like it has like a hint of like bluish purple as well as the pink. And I don't know, there's just something about iridescent duochromes and multi-chromes that I just cannot get enough of. But sparkles are my favorite, and it's like my favorite part of my makeup routine. So I'm just like oogling every time I play with sparkles. And I'm going to take a little bit more of Dreams. And, oh, that was a lot, but it's okay. It'll work out. Just kind of blend it with Tears. It's so pretty. I am going to take a little bit more of Peace real quick and just kind of, I took Tears down a little farther than I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm just going to go in and add a little bit more of Peace. And these shade names are so beautiful. Okay, so with that T14 brush from the Makeup Shack, I'm going to take a little bit more of Darkness, and I'm just going to pat it along the edges of Dreams to get it nice and blended together. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. That way it's not just a harsh line of shimmer or color. I just want it to be nice and blended. And there it is. So I'm gonna attempt to doodle some ribbons on my eyes. I've never done this before, but I felt like it was quite fitting. So I'm gonna take some Default Beauty Lounge Mantra Liner, which is a water activated liner, and a tiny thin liner brush that I found on Amazon. And I'm going to try to do this. I'm not going to be able to talk through it. I apologize. It's kind of like you're drawing a circle or a heart. And, well, let me see if I can do this. Okay. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to start it almost like a heart. And then connect it. I feel like I'm talking too much because this is like the third or fourth time that I've had to like make my camera come back on cut off, and I don't think it got me talking through this one, but I did kind of like I was gonna do a heart. I took it and started like the circle and then brought it and then gave it a leg. And then I took the brush and I connected like this. And what I'm going to do is round it off a little bit more. About like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just have the music play and doodle on my eye. And I'll be right back. My battery died. I apologize, but I added some of the Manic Gems and Slightly Unblended spaced out rhinestones. I used the pink ones for Word Pink. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I'm so sorry that I rambled entirely too much and that my camera kept cutting off before I realized that it did and that my battery died. I don't know what it is. I think I need to buy a new battery for my camera because I have one that comes with it and it holds charge pretty well. But the one that I bought after holds charge not as long, and now it's just kind of declining in how long it'll stay charged. And that was the one that I had in, and sometimes it doesn't even want to charge but halfway and shows that it's charged, and I have to undo it, redo it. It charges the rest of the way. It's really, really weird, so I am so sorry about that. But yeah, I love this palette. I think it is beautiful. It blends beautifully. It is just so perfect and dreamy, and I just love it so much. I am so excited to do a 3 looks 1 palette video with it. I'm so excited to use it more and more and more because it is so good, and I really honestly cannot recommend Gourmande Girls Cosmetics enough. Christina is just the sweetest and creates magic. And aside from this palette, like the ethereal palette, I really want to start using more. I've used it several times. It's just shimmers and it's amazing. And the radioactive palette is amazing, which is pretty much, I want to say it's just shimmers. I've used it a couple of times as well. I've kind of told myself that I was going to start using them more, but then like I had some Terra Moons things come in that I did. So I'm going to start setting aside days where I'm just going to play with Gourmande Girl stuff because I need to show the palettes that I've ordered more love. And like I was talking about, the Spook palette is really one of my most favorite palettes. Like, it's gorgeous. You could do like colorful or you could do neutral, which I kind of want to try to do like a spicy neutrals bit. So would you be interested in that? I am absolutely uncomfortable with doing neutrals. Like, they make me so nervous. I feel intimidated by neutrals, which is really odd because like I feel like neutrals is something that everyone does, but I feel like I never fully learned how to do it. If I'm not doing something colorful or if I'm not doing just liner, then I do nothing. So I kind of feel like that's where the hang up is and why I'm intimidated. But anyway, again, I'm rambling entirely too much. Please let me know what you'd like to see next down in the comments below. If you'd like to keep up with my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, I have all my social medias linked in the description box down below. Then please hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me and I can't thank you enough. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!